1-1. They are tied. The Bills won 29-21 all the way back in Week 3. And the Bills beat the Dolphins 32-29 in Week 15. These two games, Tua was the quarterback. That's not the case come this Sunday. 1 p.m. Eastern, this Sunday, Skylar Thompson will lead this injured Miami Dolphins team into Buffalo to face the Josh Allen-led Bills. Emotional, electrifying. Doing this all for Damar Hamlin, who just fought, battled for his life, and came out on top. Prayers up for Damar. Going back to Buffalo. That is huge. He was just transported from Cincinnati to Buffalo, in a hospital in Buffalo, but he is back home, and that's what matters. And in this game, the Miami Dolphins are extremely scary. Raheem Mostert, injured, broken hand. Tyreek Hill came out of last week's game, injured. Jalen Waddle came up injured late in that game. And Tua Tagovailoa, a quarterback who has not had, not one, not two, but 3 concussions in a season. Not what you want to see if you are a fan, a player, or a human in general. You don't want to see a man get 3 concussions in a season. Luke Kuechly retired at the age of 29 after getting 3 concussions in a season. Tua Tagovailoa, it's scary to see what he went through all season long. Now, yes, it's very hard to say that was scary when we just saw Damar fight for his life, but seeing a guy have 3 concussions in a year, take repeated blows to his head, not what you want to see. This is not the matchup we wanted to see. When I pictured Dolphins-Bills matchup in the playoffs, I pictured Tua and that high-flying, speedy offense of the Dolphins facing off against Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and those Buffalo Bills. That is not what we're getting. We're getting a Dolphins team who has lost 5 of their last 6. A Dolphins team that started off hot, went on consistent streaks of winning 5 games, losing 5 games, winning 5 games, and now ending the season losing 5 of 6. A offense that has not been able to get going with the injuries that they have had, with Skylar Thompson leading that team. This is not a team that we thought we would get in this situation, but here we are. They are going against a Buffalo team who's won 7 straight games. And in this game, it's going to come down to that Miami Dolphins defense. And I say this because Miami's offense might not be able to put up the numbers they would if they had to. They're definitely not going to be able to put up those numbers. This Bills defense is highly underrated. Jordan Poyer leading that defense at that safety position. Tre'Davious White is back. Ed Oliver on the defense. Greg Rousseau. On and on we can name these players on this Bills team. They are an all-star team. But this Miami Dolphins offense, they're not healthy. They are not at 100%. Even if Tua doesn't play, which he'd probably not, and they get everyone back, Jalen Waddle's not at 100%. Tyreek Hill's not at 100%. This offense is injury-riddled, and they're bruised and battered up. The Bills' defense is elite. What more can we say? This game is won with the Miami Dolphins defense and the Buffalo Bills offense. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the league. The Dolphins defense has been shaky, but they just allowed 6 points to the Jets. Now, I know Joe Flacco played. I get it. But this Dolphins team, when they're constantly on the field and the Dolphins offense isn't getting points on the board, they're going to get tired as the game goes on. And when you have a Bills offense that can get down the field in 3-4 plays, big explosive plays, it's going to be difficult. Stephon Diggs and Xavier Howard, I'm interested in watching that matchup. I'd love to see if Howard travels with Diggs or if he stays on one side. But even then, you got to deal with Gabe Davis. You got to deal with Dawson Knox. You got to deal with Josh Allen running the ball. He runs like nobody care. He runs like he doesn't care what happens to his body. Jordan Poyer said on the Pat McAfee show a couple of weeks ago that every time Josh Allen runs, they just wait for him to get up and then they can clap. They wait for him to get up after a run, after he takes a hit. But they said they don't try to change him. Poyer said that they don't try to change him because that's who he is and he's not going to change. That Bills team, I love what they have going. I love the culture. What they have going on with what happened on Monday against the Bengals with DeMar, it's insane to see how they rallied and played in less than a week. But that Bills offense is just electrifying to watch. And this game is going to be won on that side of the ball. If the Dolphins defense can control Allen's mobility, if that defense can shut down the passing game with Stephon Diggs, and then you have to hold that offense and then make Josh Allen force the run game with Singletary, the run game with Cook, or have to get the ball to Knox or Gabe Davis, that game shifts just a little bit. So for the Dolphins, your main goal, shut down Josh Allen's run and shut down Stephon Diggs. If you could do that, you have a chance. For the Bills, just do what you've been doing. Same thing as I said with the Niners. There's no reason for you to change anything. Your special teams had 2 touchdowns last week. Phenomenal. Your offense was going up and down the field like you had a practice squad going against you. The Bills team needs to continue doing what they've been doing. The Dolphins need to step up immensely on defense. But I'm looking forward to this game because we've seen this Dolphins team hang in there with the Bills. And we've seen this Bills team struggle against the Dolphins. So in a divisional battle, round 3, come Sunday at 1 p.m., I will be glued to my TV watching the Dolphins and the Bills. Let me know who you got in the comments.